Now, I might have went a little too fast on that first example. So in the second example, I'm going to do long division again, but notice this is all kind of out of whack, okay? So when I do long division, I need to put the powers in descending order. Descending order means from highest power to lowest power, okay? Also, another thing, I'm going to go ahead and bring it up now. Be careful about what happens if you skip a power. Notice this works out nice. Works out nice because it goes from third, second, first, okay, in the number. Okay, so it's not skip any powers. Okay, it doesn't skip any powers, so this is good. But if it does skip a power, you have to put a 0 placeholder in that. We'll talk about that later. Now, just like the last one, I'm going to try to make this first one match up with that. X times what gives me 2x cubed? So let's think about number wise. 1 times what gives me 2? 2. X times what gives me x cubed? X times x squared. So 2x squared, so x times 2x squared gives me 2x cubed. So I want to multiply this by something to get to that. So 1 times 2 is 2. X times x squared is x cubed. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply each of these terms by this and subtract them. So x times 2x squared, 2x cubed. Negative 3 times 2x squared, it would be negative 6x squared. And I'm going to subtract those terms. Okay. Now, one little trick I want to show you when you subtract, you're subtracting this whole quantity. You could also add. Okay, so I can make this a plus, but I have to change the sign of the quantity directly to the right, which would be these two pieces. So I can add the opposite. That might be easier for you. Because 2x cubed plus negative 2x cubed cancels. Negative 3x squared plus 6x squared is 3x squared, and then minus 11x. Okay. Now, I'm going to try to make this match up with that. 1 times what gives me 3? 3. X times what gives me x squared? X. Okay, so 3x gives me that part. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both of these terms by 3x. Put parentheses around it. 1x times 3x is 3x squared. Negative 3 times 3x is negative 9x. Now, just like I did last time, I'm subtracting both quantities, so I can add the opposite. Okay. That cancels. Negative 11 plus 9 is negative 2x plus 7. Okay. We're going to have some issues on this, and we'll talk about that. Now, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say x times what gives me negative 2x. 1 times what gives me negative 2? Negative 2. Okay, so I'm going to multiply both of these terms by negative 2. So x times negative 2x is negative 2x. Negative 3 times negative 2 plus 6. And I'm going to subtract those quantities. Okay. So I add the opposite. Negative 2x plus 2x, that cancels. 7 plus negative 6 is 1. So this time I do have a remainder. So 1 is my remainder. So what do I do when I have a remainder? What I'm going to do is, this is a positive one, so I'm going to add it. I'll put that value divided by what I divided by here in my divisor. So x minus 3. So my answer here is this.